I'm going to start recording when you do that.
Cool. And you are on.
Hey David, you're on the internet.
On the internet. Hello and welcome to Family RPG. I'm David Leonard, your Game Master for Star Trek Adventures. We'll be unfortunately unavailable for the next 2 weeks, but hey, we're going to have
we're going to game Thursday.
Thursday with our uncle and his daughters. So.
Our cousins.
Yes, yes.
Well, there's such an age discrepancy. He keeps calling us their uncle. And
that would make us your brother, so no.
Yeah, we're cousins here. It's like, yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry, man.
Uncle Mike. Uncle Old Man Leonard.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay.
So the mission tonight is called Forests of the Night. It's actually set in the original series, so I don't have to make any adjustments.
Is that forest or forest?
Forests.
Forest.
I don't think you have to write it down.
Okay, of the night. Well, this sounds so strange. I'll be looking for the forest.
But can you see the forest through the trees?
Well, I don't know. Wait till we get there.
Okay.
Okay.
Captain's log.
Yeah.
We've been searching.
Ooh, a log!
Yes. We've been searching this sector of space for a while now, and 3 days ago, Astrometrics reported a new supernova, only about 20 years old, on long-range sensors. They've ordered us into a distant orbit around a neutron star it created, and fired off several probes to measure the size and extent of the supernova's impact on surrounding space. It seems the shockwave has been traveling about 13 kilometers per second since the supernova, which means the shockwave itself has traveled slightly less than a light year at this point. The crew are busy analyzing the data, and I should have an update soon. So, if anyone wants to make a reason plus science...
Is the ship helping?
Let's see. I also need control plus engineering or science task.
I'll do the control and engineering.
Okay.
And if
Start
any
with that.
chance I can use sensors, computers, or anything else.
With a difficulty of 1.
What are you looking for? You can certainly use sensors if you're looking for something else. Analyzing the shockwave.
Would I be using the sensors?
Yes.
Or the computer?
The sensors.
They work put together.
Sensors is a free readable? No, sensors is an extra die. Computer is a free readable.
Oh, well.
Well, that's certainly interesting.
Wow. 20 and a 1?
2 ones
2 ones.
and a 20.
Okay.
So we got
Again, can the computer
4.
assist? Is the computer assisting, or?
Yeah.
Okay, how is the computer assisting?
Well, how many things did you
What is
need?
computer
You've got 4,
rolling?
technically. And a critical.
What is the computer rolling?
Well, 3 momentum, actually, since the difficulty is 1, so
Okay.
you got 4 successes.
Difficulty of 1, okay.
Ah! Oh, get that thing out of the way.
Okay. So apparently we didn't carry any momentum over. I think we used it all though.
Undoubtedly. Well, it's a completely different episode.
Not undoubtedly.
This star was once the home star of the Bahari GSC 690217-TW42. Successful task remains basic information. The star that was here has collapsed into a neutron star only about 10 kilometers in diameter. This star contains twice the mass of Earth's own sun.
Okay, question though. Again, what was the systems rolling for?
Sensors and science.
Sensor science. Okay, that's what I was thinking. 13. 16. I failed. Anyways, now we can move on. Thank you.
Yes. Anyways, if you want to spend some momentum
On what?
Yes.
obtain more information.
Oh, everybody always wants
Yep.
it. There's over a red shirt again.
Had the initial star been larger than it was, about 8 solar masses, it might have collapsed instead into a black hole.
Oh, wow. I hate it.
Even as it is, neutron stars are hazardous to navigation and need to be carefully cataloged, as their immense gravitational fields mean their escape velocity is about 1/3 light speed, approximately full impulse for a starship. Their time dilation effects in the immediate surrounding space are significant.
Really?
Entering its gravitational field
neutron
will mean a
star?
gravity complication.
Time dilation effects.
On a neutron star? It's not even a black hole. It only happens with black holes.
He always finds a way.
Time dilation. Well, let's
Suddenly,
stay
the
away from
sensors
it.
detect a metallic object shaped like a child's spinning toy.
A top.
Yes. very big top.
Uh-huh.
Who's
There's
on
a
top?
circus?
No.
You said it's a big top.
No?
A spinning circus.
Reason plus science, assisted by the ship's sensors plus science, difficulty of 1.
It looks like a dreidel.
No.
Okay.
Again, I got
Sorry. Computer science, you said? Sorry.
Reason plus
reason
science,
science.
assisted by sensors plus science.
Sensor science, okay.
Well, let's figure out this recent science first.
I only got 13 on that.
I got a 13.
What do you got?
You know, not me.
Okay.
Okay. You want me to spend that? I'll roll.
He kills things, he doesn't
Sure.
care.
2 successes.
Alright,
And one success
12
rate.
and a 3. Okay.
so it's number 2 momentum.
Wow.
We'll get rid of it quick enough.
It consists of a rotating disc 2,500 meters in diameter, with vertical protrusions emerging from the center of both sides of the disc that taper upwards for about 1,000 meters, starting at about 200 meters in diameter and coming to a sharp point at the top. The disc is extremely thin, only about 40 meters in height. The object seems to be giving off unusual radiation readings.
What type of radiation reading?
You want to spend the momentum?
Sure.
Yes, that seems necessary.
We can't just use our
Pacquiao.
sensors.
The vessel is giving off definite but indistinct life readings. These are difficult to nail down, mostly because of the radiation.
But we don't know what type of radiation.
Well, it's next to a neutron star, so solar.
Ah.
Solar's not a type of radiation.
Okay. Anyways, I don't know. It doesn't really specifically say in here, so
Gamma rays.
gamma rays,
alpha
gamma rays, sure.
You want to become the Hulk?
Oh,
Radio
yeah, sure.
waves?
Spend some more momentum.
Sure.
Yes.
Faint life signs.
Same.
And life signs.
Is it within the boundary? How close is it to the neutron star? Is it too close for safe?
The ship is currently traveling at approximately 30,000 kilometers per second, or 1/10 the speed of light, slowly being pulled in by the gravitational field of the nearby red star. Success.
Wait a minute, red star, not the neutron star.
Yes.
Is this
Well,
red?
on one section it says neutron star, another section it says red star.
So there are
we
two
got
different
a
stars?
red star orbiting the neutron star.
A red star and a blue
You know how
star.
many misprints are
and
in
a
the main
round
book?
star,
You know how many misprints are probably in this book as well?
and a glowing star.
Okay, we're going to have to go with
And
the
a round
neutron
star?
Yeah.
because it mentions neutron more than it does red. So okay, continue.
Yes. There are obvious docking doors on the rim of the main disc. On top and bottom surfaces of the disc, near the doors are engraved and painted symbols, words in an alien language, presumably represent the ship's name or other identification. They match nothing in the ship's libraries. Does anyone have astrometrics or a similar focus?
Nope.
Small craft, as close as I got.
Alright, well, the unknown vessel will eventually enter orbit a few months from now unless it changes course. However, that orbit will probably not be stable, and the ship or station will almost certainly burn up at that point. Further analysis suggests that wasn't the intended course, but instead the ship has been pulled off its original course by the star's gravity, and nobody on board has compensated, which would be a simple task and usually automated. The ship is generating a strange radiation field trait that is very similar to that of ion storms.
Now this is indicating you indicated that the computer, whatever, indicated there's time dilation involved when you get close to this neutron star. Is this
Like too close. I mean, this is like just outside of it.
So this object is not in
close
that
enough,
range
no.
yet. So
No.
we could get close to the object without
Yes. Although the closer you get, the harder it is to scan. So within 20,000 kilometers, basically in order to land or
it.
dock or do anything,
Can we get a tractor beam on?
We
the
got
ship's screen becomes fogged with static and sensors begin returning nonsensical readings.
Huh. Probably not a good idea.
Have you tried kicking it?
No. Probably not a good idea.
And if anyone wants to do a
Send
reason
itself
and medicine task,
Oh, reason and medicine.
Yeah.
me.
Okay, yeah.
difficulty of 1.
Oh, difficulty of 1, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, throw this one in there. Okay, two successes.
Okay.
I love it.
Make the box.
Well, you made it. Okay.
Throw it within the box.
Yes.
Short-term exposure, for example, a few days, is probably harmless, and the threat of radiation would be reduced even farther with anti-radiation injections.
Okay.
So it won't make you sterile then.
No.
Okay, good. Because I know I have children in the future, so he will not give me anything on them. It's mean.
He doesn't know.
I chose the name Shran. It was in the book.
Yes. You
You'll
can't
find
know
out.
about your own future. Sorry.
Okay. Anyway.
It's not my future. It's my descendants' future I want to know about.
Still,
Okay.
it's obviously different now at this point. It's kind
Were
of like
they inspired by me?
it's kind of like
Did they
the
do
Star
it in
Trek
spite of?
reboot.
Yeah.
You know, we already know that every time something happens in the present or future that sends to the past, just becomes an alternate timeline, like a Kelvin timeline.
Yeah.
That anything that you would have gained from that information would no longer be relevant because it has changed simply because the event has occurred.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's still parallels. You know, there was still an Enterprise
You will not know that.
that ended up being captained by Captain Kirk. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
The engines for the ship are fusion-based and not warp-capable.
Hmm.
Top speed of such a ship is probably around half light speed, which is somewhat faster than Star Trek impulse power.
Apparently, it's not under power though right now.
So it's not warp capable?
It's not warp-capable.
I can't remember if Prime Directive was in the original series or not.
It was.
yeah,
Oh, well,
by the
then we
original
can't deal with
series.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't help them. They're not warp capable. We gotta go.
It is clear that the ship is interstellar in capacity.
Interstellar.
Mm. I mean, they're
movie.
technically going at a fraction. They're going, what you said, 1/10 the warp speed?
That's their maximum.
Yeah, they're going basically Starship impulse power.
Yeah.
They can't go to warp, but
Yeah.
they can do impulse, which
But I thought they were at this speed not because of their propulsion, but because of their, like, they got hit by the supernova wave.
Shockwave.
like they
Shockwave.
were in a proper orbit, but now after the supernova shockwave basically knocked them out of orbit, and nothing is correcting it.
Mm.
Which if
Can we
is-
calculate what it would take to get them back into a proper orbit?
Well, they weren't supposed to be in orbit. Apparently, they're supposed to pass it by. They were.
Or
Capture.
get them out of...
Yeah. Can't get them out of the
even
gravity
then,
well.
you found that even at this trajectory, it would take them several months before there would be any danger to it at this point, as the rate that they're moving.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm talking just get them back into orbit.
A safe orbit.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like we can get close enough to them to grapple or tractor beam.
You can
or
transport to
something
them if
pull.
you want to.
Well, I thought there was too much interference.
No interference to scan, but you can still transport.
We can transport.
We can go in blind.
Yeah,
I see a
exactly.
bulkhead in my future.
Not for long. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Shuttlecraft is probably better.
Okay.
I mean, I got transporters. I can make this work.
I got small craft.
It would
I
be
can
very
purpose there.
difficult. It would be very difficult. But you know.
Well, currently they have docking bays, so we're probably better off with a shuttlecraft.
Well, would you like to fly us over?
I can certainly try.
Okay.
I improved my con for that purpose, so I can be more than just kill things.
I thought it's just so you could say it loudly.
No. No.
Okay.
The recommendation by the captain is the away team should include at least one engineer and one science officer who focuses in life sciences, as well as someone to pilot the shuttle and probably at least one security officer.
My.
Supposed to be like we're set though.
Okay.
We should bring a red shirt.
Hey!
So the shuttle trip is largely uneventful and only takes a couple of minutes.
It's dark.
You only play a fourth character?
No,
My Ferengi character I have on
you'll
the
be fine.
sides?
You'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, if you want to make a reason plus science with these small crafts sensors plus science, I don't know if you have the shuttlecraft.
That'll be in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, here you go. Take a quick look at the back
Well, I'm
for.
better for the sensors.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Got it?
Shuttlecraft. I mean, assuming shuttlecraft stay the same between each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Let's see. You said sensors and what?
Sensors and science.
Sensor science. Not great. Only 7.
Oh.
Hey, but I got a roll of 6. So 1 success for the ship.
That's 2.
Okay, so you get 2 momentum. Yeah. Boop, boop.
And
Oh,
what
yeah, I
did we
forgot
learn?
to add my threats. Wow, threat.
Threat. Why is there threat? I don't understand why you're threat already. Why are you feeling threatened?
Every mission starts with me getting 2 threat per player.
Huh?
I didn't calculate that.
Good
Anyways,
timing us.
you find out that upon closer inspection, you are close enough to get better readings than you were from the main ship.
But you just told us if we brought our ship in, we'd get worse readings. Make up your mind.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
Is it what the book says?
yes!
Literally.
Okay.
Literally, the book says once you get close enough with the shuttlecraft, you can scan it better.
Let's have different scanners. Okay, anyway.
You find large amounts of biosignatures as well as a breathable nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere. Supported by
convenient.
additional readings showing that some sort of atmospheric life support systems are still functional, as are internal gravity control and inertial dampener systems. Not terribly different from Starfleet standards. Though the ship is rotating, it is far too slow a speed to provide artificial gravity itself. The ship clearly has no deflector shields active, and no sign of the ability to generate them. Instead, it seems to rely entirely on the thick hull plating, which easily withstand small meteor strikes or similar space hazards, but would not last long under attack by starship weaponry.
So basically, no more higher tech than like Battlestar Galactica.
Right.
They don't actually have shields. It's just thick armor.
I'm thinking the spinning ships on Babylon 5.
A quick orbit around the outside of the ship shows scattered bits of scarring. If anyone wants to make a reason plus engineering or security task.
I can do reason engineering.
Reason security.
I got a 15.
I only got 12.
Go ahead. Difficulty of 1.
But
Am I
security.
using sensors or computer?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's one or the other.
Sensors.
Sensors?
The computer sensors? Or the shuttlecraft sensors?
Shuttlecraft sensors.
Okay.
Well, he has to scroll for it.
Apparently
It's
they're
2.
very good.
Okay.
I got a 7, so it matches my sensors.
I've apparently
ship.
been working on these sensors.
The damage resulted from ionic flares during an ion storm, rather than coming from another ship's weapons. At one point on the periphery of the disk, a clear docking point with external doors is seen. No attempts to establish communication have any effect.
Good response.
Okay.
The shuttle can dock anywhere on the perimeter of the disk, but it's typically easier to do so at the main doors, but thinner and lighter than the rest of the hull. Hull material is quite thick and durable, but there's an outer manual control mechanism behind a panel that can be penetrated with even a hand phaser after a sufficient amount of time, offers little resistance to a phaser drill or rifle. Doors are currently receiving no power from the engines and won't respond to pick up electronically unless you connect some kind of power supply, or perhaps power from the shuttle itself as some kind of engineering task.
I think I'll do that rather than cut a hole in their ship.
Please, yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
It's a little friendlier.
Daring plus engineering. Difficulty of 2.
The shuttle has 3 power, if that's relevant.
Let's
I'm
spend
going to need to re-roll one.
Okay.
There we go. 2.
Okay.
You didn't want to see the one that got
No.
turned into it by
Ooh, dear.
getting hit.
Yeah. Behind the doors is a recognizably an airlock of some kind, which is functional, though not currently active. It's going to take another engineering task with difficulty of 3 and a power requirement of 1 to turn on the equipment inside and allow the lock to cycle properly.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You spend an extra.
Should it be your use more
momentum to
power
get a
than for
third
the first
die?
part, or no?
No.
Okay, so we still have 3 power
Mm-hmm.
on the shuttle.
Are we using computer to help you?
Also, daring and engineering.
Okay. This will work.
Oh, my daring engineering is 3. Oh, yeah, that's 10. Never mind, it's just still 12.
Yeah. only
10.
You're not very daring at all.
No.
Okay. We'll do this. I will use the jerry rig. Use 1 momentum to give this an additional scene.
That sounds good.
So it takes my difficulty down to by 2.
Okay.
So we're down to 1.
Yep.
2 successes.
All right. So you
Get a momentum back. It is good for 2 scenes that it'll work.
All right. So you cycle the lock properly. Passing through the airlock leads you into a corridor that runs around the outer circumference of the disk. The corridor is dark, though light fixtures along the walls can be easily identified. Examination reveals that they are functional but receiving no power. There are also computer terminal stations every 100 meters or so, which are similarly depowered. If you brought along a portable generator, which you didn't.
No.
No. Okay.
Can we convert one of our phasers to a power pack?
Not for that much power.
Oh, Lord. This thing's got a lot of power.
The corridor has high ceilings, about 6 meters up, which is of course considerably less than the height of the disk and should suggest that there are several floors. The corridors are eerily silent. There are mild odors of flowers and fruit with no obvious source. You receive much less interference in your tricorders and can determine that there is in fact enormous biosignatures on the other side of the corridor wall. However, the interference with attempts to hail or signal your ship are increased by a similar amount.
Okay, what was that one movie that included a guy that was obsessed about his garden on a space station? And
Silent Running.
Silent Running, okay.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
As opposed to Cool Running, where the guy was obsessed with an egg.
Yeah.
Approximately 500 meters down the corridor in either direction, there is a large door leading further into the center of the disk. The door is locked shut by an internal electronic mechanism, which can be defeated by another engineering task or cutting the panel open with a phaser. The internal walls are much less dense and resistant than the outer ones, and to manipulate the controls manually.
Okay.
Engineering.
Daring engineering,
No,
yeah.
I kid.
Difficulty of 2.
Yes.
Match?
Okay.
I really should have took Xeno Engineering, because that seems like it should be a thing.
Alien technology. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I got
Oh, we were with Romulans.
xenobiology.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Klingons, wherever cooking device. Yeah.
Which I should still have my gravity-driven cloaked ship.
Yeah, did any of that technology we got carry over?
No.
Cool if it did.
You can also tell as you go further inside that the outer edge of because the area, the main dock area that you went into was safe, but that the outer edge is vacuum.
The outer
Like
limits.
Yeah, you could say that. But if you were to go beyond the immediate area, you would just be sucked into the vacuum space
Oh.
because there's no air or anything.
Well, then it would be blown.
Now, we always bring suits in our shuttle, just in case. We have to go back to the shuttle and get our suits.
Maybe we just not open up any vacuums.
Oh, all right.
What if the Forester?
We use a dust. We'll use a broom.
Okay.
Duster. Yeah.
All right.
What about the bride?
So,
it is possible
She can use the
to
broom,
restart
how
the
about that?
engines. They're located at the ends of the 2 pillars above and below the disk. The engine rooms, revealed by opening the ship here, are small, designed for only 1 or 2 human-sized occupants, and have Jeffries tube style entry points into the parts of the engines themselves in case repairs are needed. There are consoles, alien in design, but easily understandable by anyone with an engineering task and a difficulty of 1.
Wow.
Reason in engineering?
I think I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
Yep.
Double 2s.
Okay, so
2 2s.
I think you're maxed out on momentum at this point.
Probably.
Yeah, see more over here. So,
We get 6, don't we?
The consoles reveal that the engines are active, but not providing any propulsion. Instead, they are maintaining life
There's
support
only 5 over here.
and a number of other...
Maybe it's up by your screen.
Oh, it is, sorry. Okay.
Thank
That's
you.
what I thought. Yeah. Okay.
So they're
Anyways.
providing life support, no propulsion.
Yeah. A number of other systems in the disk that can't be identified from here. The engines can be turned on from here, and the ship can be steered from here as well, should anyone want to pull the ship out of the grip of the giant red... See, it says here red giant star instead of
Neutron star.
neutron star.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They might be already having their power sent to another part of the ship on purpose, keeping them alive. So maybe we don't mess their thrusters yet.
Not yet. If we got time, we don't.
There's also a single long shaft running the 1,000-meter length of the pillars, including a maintenance ladder. The shaft is dark, and the internal gravity is oriented towards the center disk on both sides. The shaft turns at a 90-degree angle at the surface of the disk, then runs along the roof for another 1,000 meters, and exits into the circumferential door, corridor. These doors are also not working currently. But yeah, the door leading further into the ship is locked. It again can be opened by phaser or some electrical engineering done on the mechanisms behind the nearby wall panel.
I thought we'd find out
Can
where
we
the
determine any
life forms
communication
are.
system in the engine?
Communication?
Yeah,
Where the-
internal communication.
Doesn't seem to be any.
I'm still watching. Maybe they have cell phones.
Maybe we can try and make the lights blink in a certain pattern.
I thought we'd just go for the people, find out where they are, head for them.
I want to go where the people are.
All right, let's open the door.
Okay, when it opens, the players are first assaulted by a wave of odors released from behind the environmental seals.
Woo!
Fruits and other plants, animal scents, and powerful pheromone-laden emissions strong enough to overwhelm anyone accustomed to the antiseptic smells of a starship. Control plus command with a difficulty of 2 is required from everyone.
I think this is the equivalent of a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We use a momentum
I
to
got
re-roll
one.
one.
Okay.
Let's see, I got 1 success, and I mentioned, I guess we'll use a momentum to roll one.
You're just using a momentum to reroll?
Yeah.
Okay. You need one too?
I'm gonna just let
I
it
got a
fail.
second success.
I'm
Okay.
curious
Okay.
what's gonna happen.
You see those control and command?
Yes.
Okay, I got 2 successes.
Okay.
Good
You get
job.
another one?
I got, yeah.
Okay.
I got a success.
You 2 are good. You are affected by the overwhelmed senses trait, increasing the difficulty of every task you do in this area.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Well, I grew
You're
up in
tripping.
Starfleet on a starship, so hey, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The room is dark, though characters who haven't been overwhelmed will quickly adjust to the gloom and realize they're just looking into an enormous jungle forest maintained within the ship itself, clearly large enough to fill the disk's vast interior. There are sounds as well, the buzz of insects and trills of small bird analogs, perhaps additional creatures, but less than one might expect from a wilderness like this appears to be. The plants and trees of the forest are bewildering in variety. There are trees that stretch up 20 meters or more, with vines and Spanish moss that connect the epiphytes, like
Epiphytes.
Oh, we know they're
Spanish.
Spanish.
And there's no light in here?
They connect very little, yeah.
They look like they're, did I
Can I
scan
just
them and
point
they're
out?
chlorophyll? in
We
them?
are seeing a big forest
Yes.
on a spaceship with one of us visually having problems. Don't blink.
Don't blink.
This is gone Doctor Who.
Okay.
So 100 branches and a messy canopy overhead block the view of the ceiling in most places. From the doorway, entering the forest involves stepping down to a steep slope covering several meters in height at a sharp angle. So you should take care or risk tripping in the near darkness.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting we're going to have to manipulate the gravity at some point?
Very possible.
Okay.
The lighting inside the ship is always dim no matter when the crew enters. It's approaching sundown in the lighting schedule.
I had to review the episode.
So
in a
this
moment.
is, it does have some light. Can we see where the light sources are? Even though the light's going down?
Well, in respect to the planet,
Yeah.
the moon, the sun, I mean. Vahar was more distant from its sun than many planets. its sun's light tended farther into the ultraviolet portion of the visual spectrum. By human standards, though, therefore the planet was dark even during daylight hours.
Uh-huh.
Since the planet's chlorophyll analog is somewhat different from those familiar to the crew, the typical colors run to more blues and purples than green, though there are flowers and other features and an array of other hues. The entire forest has a location trait of near darkness, increases difficulty of tasks like seeing farther than close range by 1 per zone, though it lowers the difficulty of tasks like sneaking up on someone by the same amount.
Do one of us have a good night vision?
No. I'm good with the cold, and I have good balance.
Uh-huh. Okay, I wasn't sure if I had that.
Anyone
Actually, if
succeeding
anything,
at
you
a
have poor
sensor
vision with good
task-
hearing.
Okay, good hearing. The what attack?
Sorry?
Sensors task?
Sensors. I've got my quarter to try.
Sensors task?
Yeah, it just says sensor task.
I mean, sensors are on the ship.
With our tricorder?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
So reason science.
reason
using
science,
tricorder?
reason science, yeah.
8.
Oh, that's 13 for me.
13, but you can see your tricorder.
Okay.
There's also a difficulty of 0,
It's
so
like it's more like
anything
your
you
eyes
know-
are dilated and you just can't. Yeah.
Okay, so what are we looking for?
I inhaled the
We're
mushrooms.
just-
Yeah, there's that too.
2 successes.
Okay. You too.
Okay. Oh, good.
The jungle is full of biosignatures, with any obtaining information momentum spends. I'll spend some.
Momentum,
Yeah.
we gotta figure out if it was humanoid or...
The lower levels of the same ionic radiation encountered outside the craft are here. Also, there are very large energy signatures ahead, suggesting the presence of electrical devices drawing large amounts of power, presumably from the ship's engines. There's no particular cleared path through the jungle, though. There are certain areas that are easier to walk through than others.
I'll use my Ushan Tor to start cutting me a path then.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's only like that big, right?
That's all right.
I'll look
It's
it
not
up.
really a machete.
Use what you got.
We have these nifty trailblazing things that can be set to an area effect and just kind of walk a path.
Oh yeah, they are rather like just
Yeah.
they're kind of small. Yeah. You know what? I haven't had a chance to use them because killing somebody tends to get us in trouble. So
Okay.
fine, I use my phaser,
Yeah.
charge it to an area effect,
Okay.
blast away ahead of us.
Okay.
Carefully avoiding the
Any
fauna.
yeah.
It was sentient trees!
Oh, no.
There's still tons of soft breezes in the trees, hums of insects, and occasional hoots and chatters of small animals. The overwhelming smells of flowers, and occasional scent of sickly sweet fruits, and something resembling decaying meat.
Of course.
That's probably one of those
That's fine. The decaying meat.
As you walk forward, you have a sensation of your boots sinking into wet mud, or sometimes an unseen spider web brushing against your neck.
I've got a stick and I wave my spider webs out.
Mm-hmm.
I hate spider webs. Probably one of those pitcher plants, they emit a dead thing smell so the flies will go down.
Your tricorders indicate that this portion of the ship actually has the lowest readings of ionic radiation you've encountered so far. The plants in the forest include radiotrophic fungi that have absorbed much of the internal radiation. But it has
That
made
could be
the
useful.
It has made the interior much safer over the last few years.
Uh-huh.
Anyone,
Hello?
Radioactive shrooms.
Hello? Hello?
No response. Anyone taking the time to do a complete biological scan with reason plus science?
Okay.
I'll cut one off if you need me to.
2 successes.
Okay, get one mental.
And, yeah, science. So,
And you find that this entire forest likely suffered a nearly catastrophic event only a couple decades ago, where many of the plants suffered some amount of structural damage and many died. Perhaps some sort of forest fire? The plants have mostly recovered over the years, but it's unlikely they would have been this successful without some sort of outside intelligent assistance and curation. On the other hand, though, the forest has sufficient room to move through mostly. It does not seem to have been either planned growth, nor are there any signs that this was ever a park or garden.
Can we sense what's underneath the mud? Is there a floor under the mud? Is it like really deep dirt? It doesn't tell you.
Can I grab one of the really thick sticks and already stab it into the ground?
Ooh.
I stabbed the ground.
I did a thing.
Did a thing.
A violent thing.
You added 20 threat.
You didn't hug the tree per Starfleet protocol.
You know, I need everyone to make a control plus command task with the difficulty of 2.
Control plus command.
Yep.
So difficulty 3.
I got a 1
Yeah,
and a
this
4.
doesn't work.
Yep.
I got 3.
I got double failures no matter what.
I got 3 successes.
I'm gonna use
okay.
1 momentum to reroll 1.
Okay. And you get 1 back for his success.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Control command.
Yes.
Okay, I have 2 successes now.
Okay. The pheromones around you as he picks up that further increase all task difficulties by 1.
Hello!
Everyone else is fine.
What's with the colors? I taste orange.
Orange has a flavor, so it
You
makes
start
sense.
suffering hallucinations and you're overwhelmed with fear.
Should I shoot at my fears?
Somebody take away his wheel pod.
I'd like to start hauling back towards the engineering area.
Okay. You try to shuffle your way in the darkness.
Yep.
We didn't bring any lights for this.
I mean,
Starfleet doesn't have any lights.
That wasn't until the
Flashlight.
Voyager came out that they had lights.
yeah, like the top of the
yeah.
rifles there. Yeah.
I need you to make a fitness plus security check with a difficulty of 2. Actually, for you now, it would be like a 4.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. You feel a vine wrap around your legs and pull you up into the air upside down.
Ah! I want to shoot at it.
You're like dangling.
Can't reach your phaser.
Yeah.
Is the phaser still in his pocket, or did it fall out?
It fell out.
Okay. Did we
Can I
see
use
this
my
happen?
engineering multi-tool to cut it? There's cutters in there. My difficulty's like
Daring and,
3 at minimum.
daring and engineering with you at this point would be like difficulty of 3. To try to grab your.
there's momentum to add a die because that's needed.
Okay.
So daring and engineering. Success.
3 successes.
3 successes.
All right. You managed to grab your cutter and attempt to
Did you hear
cut
something
these
fall?
vines.
I think our partners back there struggling.
Now I want to grab my phaser.
Let's go follow after him.
Okay.
You take 3 non-lethal damage as the vines cut and you are suddenly dropped back down to the ground.
Isn't that just stress?
Stress, 3 stress. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's logical.
You hear a hiss around you.
Can I tell where it is?
It seems to be coming from the plants.
They
Is
don't
this
like
the history? from
tree.
The history.
Fascinating.
What is the thing from Skyrim? Or not from Skyrim,
really?
but from Elder Scrolls.
I didn't know there was a history.
So I want to set my phaser on area just so it's ready.
Okay. Does everyone else go back to him, or you just keep moving
We
on?
go back to
We're,
him.
we're trying to find him again. We followed him as he started running
we
away.
can use our
Okay.
we can use our scanning devices to find him. He's the only.
I hold my pad out and just put it on light mode.
Uh-huh.
I do have a
I
pad.
need both of you to make insight plus security or reason plus security to
Okay,
find
reason.
what's going on.
Reason plus security. That's good for me. 2 successes.
Okay.
Actually, okay, I was gonna say I get.
No successes for
If
me.
it's interrogation, I get.
Aren't you our security guy?
I found out what was
Yeah,
going
but
on.
inside and reason are 7.
Anyways, he doesn't find it. You do.
I do.
You
and
find
I know what.
boa vine that has
Yeah.
apparently somehow creeped into the clearing area you've made.
Yes.
That has been very angry that you've been cutting up.
Aha.
Yeah.
You're phasing it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sentient plant somehow. But
Okay.
that need you to make a fitness and security check.
Business.
Yes.
Okay. That's 13 for me. And I got one success. Is that enough?
No.
Do I need to roll another?
You want some momentum to gain?
Momentum.
To roll another one?
Try another one. Sure.
Okay.
And another success. So two.
All right. You're able to dodge
Nice.
as you see another vine try to wrap around your legs,
Okay.
just like
Yeah.
his.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna turn these engines off, guys. I'm done.
The engine. Ah. Okay.
Do you want to do anything?
I'm going to attack the vines.
Okay.
That's what I do.
You attack
yeah.
the darkness? Okay.
Roll your control and security. Difficulty of 3, since you didn't find it.
You're just shooting blindly.
Do you want help? Can I help him?
Now wait a minute.
What was it now? Security am I?
Control and security.
Control and security.
Normally it'd be 2, but since he didn't actually detect the vines,
Right.
difficulty of 3.
So I should assist him.
You can by
Since
trying
I
to point
did.
out where they are.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
No, I got 14 for that. I got a success.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 successes there.
Okay.
And let's see, since they're using security, and I have a focus on hand phasers,
Mm-hmm.
that's double success then? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, and that
Get
one
ready
was
for
5, so.
discipline.
Huh?
The discipline?
Is that your...
Or
The focus.
Focus.
Focus, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Security 5, I rolled a 5, so yeah.
1 momentum. Fire. Roll damage.
No, it's.
You gonna roll damage?
Yes.
Yes.
8.
8? Okay. I'm gonna take out that sucker. I mean,
I'm charging it, and
you're gonna have
I'm gonna do vicious.
vicious.
Because we need to double kill the plant.
I don't know how thick it is. 1. See, 4s don't matter, right?
4's not matter.
No.
It's 5 and 6.
Okay.
So 6 damage.
Vicious is what, double your...
Vicious adds 1 damage
1,
to
yeah,
each.
yeah.
Okay.
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 6.
It's still up.
See, it wasn't enough.
But it's injured?
Is it bloodied?
Mr. Smith, what would you like to do? You're currently prone on the ground.
I want to get up and haul for the engine room.
Okay. Make another fitness and security.
I'm gonna die. In what difficulty, pray
3.
tell?
Well, he can't see anything.
Can we help him get up?
And he's already delirious about things.
That is 1.
No, I wouldn't think you'd help him get up.
It's not really worth it. I have nothing in focus
No,
wise.
no,
This
obviously.
is a I'm gonna die run.
You trip and fall face first into the mud.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to grab you though.
Oh, that's a plus. The mud likes me.
They start pulling you down.
I need to get to the chopper.
The mud tastes like chocolate.
Ooh.
Oh, gosh.
It's not really chocolate, but his hallucinations make it think it's chocolate.
There you go. Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what do the snozberries taste like?
Snozberries?
Cool.
Yeah, you kept saying that we were smelling fruit. Did we ever actually see any fruit?
Perhaps
Cocoa beans.
further on in. I mean, this seems to be just the dense forest jungle area. There might be more of a vegetation further inside, or crops further inside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. That was his turn. But I'm still fighting this vine thing.
Yes. Wei-Yun, what would you like to do?
Can I analyze the movements of the vine to see if it's really sentient or if it's just triggered by being injured?
I like
Insight and medicine.
Is this a pet or a crew member?
Okay.
Or food. I mean, eat alive.
Oh, one success.
You're not sure.
No.
It's hard to read.
With the darkness and the difficulty of telling what this thing even is, it's... Okay, the vine goes again.
Who's attacked this time?
It will attack... Shran.
Okay.
Yeah. In fitness and security. Difficulty of 2.
Okay, good change for that. 2 successes.
Okay. Once again, you're able to avoid a swipe at you.
Right, one of them was 1,
Yes.
so they give me momentum.
Okay.
Does it? I'm asking.
Well, no, you matched it,
Okay.
so you don't get any momentum. So, what would you like to do? You finally see it swipe at you.
Okay. I'm going to stab at it with my Ushantar, which is already has vicious on it. Double 5s, and my focus is hand-to-hand combat.
Excuse me, but isn't that a lethal weapon?
I mean, it's vicious.
Well, I mean, you're not sure if these are sentient beings,
Right.
or just animals, or just vicious plants in general, but you can't reason with it. The only argument of the Prime Directive is, if it is something you could reason with, then, the best course of action is to do so. But if it's just...
It's under the species.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be here under the weapons?
Nope,
equipment?
it's
Oh.
under species.
That's
I was just
foolish.
at weapons.
Okay. I went past it.
Fun with weapons.
Species.
There we go.
So, blade, heavy blade. What's the name of the weapon?
That's a Ushantor. A melee weapon with following profile: melee 2 stars, vicious 1, size 1 hand.
Okay.
But not lethal. Cool.
It doesn't say anything about lethal, no, just vicious.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna knock out the flames?
I don't see how something with a sharp blade can't be considered lethal, but to each his own.
A batleth isn't considered lethal.
I mean, a batleth could be used like the club side, yeah. instead of
Neither
stabbing.
is a mek'leth
Yeah.
or a sword.
It's weird. In any case, melee attack is daring plus security. With you, a difficulty of 2, because once again, you're not quite exactly sure where it is.
I already did the attack.
Oh, you already
I rolled 2 5s.
2 5s, so you got 2 successes.
Well, also I have the hand-to-hand combat.
So you have 3 successes.
3, yeah.
Well, would it be 4 because they got 2 5s?
Only one of them counts for, right? Pretty sure. Oh, both of them? Okay.
Yeah.
If any one of them. Okay. Well, you don't have any more momentum to get, so.
And it's opposed by it
Oh yes.
because it's weird like that.
Well, it fails. It doesn't get that many successes, so.
Cool. Alright, 3 1s and a 5.
Okay.
So 5.
And vicious is 2 on the flat, so we got
Oh, it's vicious 2?
The vicious 1.
Okay.
vicious.
So what does that make the total?
So 5 damage.
Okay.
Alright, you take out one of its vines. You didn't end up stabbing the creature itself, but you did.
I hate vines. They're too short.
Yeah.
I watch you two.
All right, back up to the top with Mr. Smith.
Continue to try and get to the engineering room.
Okay, get up and make another fitness and security check.
I'm gonna fall right down. Yep.
You should
This
wanna use
time-
different dice.
This time, once again, the vine grabs you and pulls you up again. So you're just dangling in the air.
All right. Did I get to hold on to my phaser this time?
Did you pick up your phaser?
I've been holding it.
Yeah.
Okay. This time, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming I don't have time to take a shot.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna have a prosthetic foot by the end of this.
Wayne,
Okay.
you were able to clearly see the creature itself, not just the vines.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you wanted to make an attack,
Can I determine if the creature actually has some sort of a nervous system that I could disrupt? So it would essentially
Idea.
with my disruptor.
It's
No.
used to infrared light. So
Yes.
would it react differently to a different type of light?
Well, I don't have different kind of lights, do I? I mean, I've got my laser scalpel.
With a very pinpoint light.
That's not very, yeah. Well, what I'm thinking is set the phaser on stun to see if I could actually stun it, which is essentially knocking out if it had a nervous system.
well, it'll still be a
knocking
control plus security with a difficulty of 2.
out. Okay.
You're terrible at that. 14.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Once
reroll
roll momentum
one?
and reroll.
Reroll 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 11. Okay, I got 1 success,
Okay.
and you said difficulty 2 though.
Yeah, it did.
Had to use 2 more things to
Use
reroll
2
the
more
other.
momentum, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Another
Alright,
success.
double 11.
2 success.
Okay. So roll damage.
All right. Let's see.
I
How
got 2
many-
times and you got 2 11s. Interesting.
Okay. So how many?
I think there's phaser type 2 or 1.
Type 1.
Type 1.
I
So
got
you
right in
get
front of me.
2.
2 plus your control. Or your security, I mean?
Your security.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Okay. So
That's what I mean.
6.
Okay.
All right. Okay. 3s are no good.
3s are no good.
I got 3.
Creature's still up.
Oh boy. Okay.
Creature's turn. I need you to make a fitness and security check.
Of course. 2 successes.
You just managed to jump out of the way
Uh-huh.
as one of its vines.
Okay, I got a 1 there.
Mhm.
The other one didn't. Oh, okay.
Okay, Shran.
Sure. Do I see where he was attacking?
Make a insight security check.
2 successes.
Okay, you managed to see.
Cool. I shoot at its whatever the face is
Okay,
that this thing has. I mean, where its main trunk is.
right.
With the phaser. I'm going to use 1 momentum to reroll this one.
All right.
Okay, and it's still going to be good enough. And I got 1 with a 2, and that's below my security. I have a hand phaser, so it doubles this down.
Two
So
success?
3 successes.
3 successes. Good one. Roll damage.
And I'm charging this up to vicious.
Okay.
So I got a 2 and 3 5s.
Okay, you hear a loud as the
8 damage.
As the creature just kind of, what vines you can see just kind of slump to the ground, and you got let go again for another 1 bludgeoning.
Yay.
One. Well, we will be bludgeoning in the other game, but 1 other stress. As you just. There's still other noises in the forest in and of itself, but this particular creature nearby has apparently been disabled. Yes.
Can he now get closer to it to do a closer scan to see whether or not it has a sufficiently advanced neurological system
Sure.
to be counted as
Insight or reason plus medicine.
Okay.
Difficulty of 2.
Ooh.
While I grab a hold of him, like, calm down, buddy. We got this.
No.
1 success.
Okay, you still need
I'll roll another one.
momentum.
Yeah.
All right.
2 successes.
All right. You find that this is called a boa vine that uses the moss for camouflage. The vine would lower a thick tendril and then spring it in an attempt to wrap multiple coils around legs, torso, and particularly the throat if it can reach it.
Well, logically, that would be the first place it could reach.
If it was
It's coming
from
from
the
down.
top.
Yeah.
Like it was from,
But it also wants to blend in with the environment as much as possible. So if it can blend in with the moss without just dangling from the tree itself, it'd be easier to see. But if it scoops down underneath, pulls you up, uses another vine to grab around your neck.
okay. Which we're fortunate it didn't do.
Was it sentient?
Not that you can tell. It's just impulse. Just kind of, nature.
Well, it'd have
kind
to
of-
know about necks, though, to maybe it just would.
It
Deep-
knows how to
deep
target
attacking.
animals. It knows,
Well, yeah, but
Instinct.
They have to have some
Yeah.
kind of eyes or something. Anyway.
Well, perhaps it just happens to be the narrowest part of a creature.
Yeah.
Typically, is the neck.
Well, as your
So it requires the least amount of grip.
That's why it grabs legs, because there's kind of-
Legs, necks. Yes,
Okay.
that's true.
All right,
Mhm.
we'll give it that much. All right. So, is anybody a vegetarian here? Okay.
No Vulcans, so no.
No Vulcan. Okay. So did all that being thrown around get Mr. Smith to go to his senses?
No,
He
you're
was
still.
distracted from being.
If you want to make another control and command task, you're at this point with the difficulty of 4.
Can I assist him? Since I said I was going to
Yeah,
help
you
him
can
out.
assist him. Yeah. Snap him out of it.
No.
I got assist.
Nope. Even a complication to throw into the fun.
You just curl up into the fetal position at this point. You don't want to move. You don't want to go anywhere. You're just like, nope, no more. Close your eyes and just like try to push out anything around you, near you, anything.
Somebody turn off the gravity so we can push him out the door. All right.
Suppose I could pull down one of his tendrils, make it into a rope, wrap it around his leg, and just drag him behind us.
Oh yeah, because that won't make me trigger.
I don't think about that kind of thing.
He'll just shoot you with the phaser and knock you out.
Then I have to carry him.
Well, you're going to drag him anyway.
Oh, there's that, yeah. It'd be easier to drag him if he's not struggling.
Yeah.
As you're lying down, or at least you're curled up, you hear at least they hear a loud "Sp," and you see a dart coming out of the foliage and right into his neck.
Oh. That doesn't look good.
Good night, everybody.
So I analyze it with my tricorder. What do I read?
It's the same as the one coming at you.
He takes 10 stress damage.
Oh my.
Oh.
That's
He's
stressful.
out.
That's out.
He's out.
Bink, 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 bink.
Yeah. As you are like paralyzed on top of it. So you're not dead, but you cannot move and you cannot feel, and it's just like.
Oh, cool! I can drag him now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my nap now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And you see like blue vein just like erupting along the back, around the area of the pinprick.
I see it.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he
Yeah,
does. They
yeah.
do. They see
Yeah.
like these. It looks like some sort of virus or some sort of a play. Is spreading
How about poison?
rapidly. Poison rapidly.
I pick him up.
Yeah.
Lead the way.
Okay. We got to get back to engineering.
Fitness plus security.
For picking him up.
Difficulty of 3 as you're trying to move.
Oh, okay.
Through with
I
him.
got the
Fitness,
help
security. That's fine. 16. One matches. One's a natural one.
Okay.
Oh, so he's got
With
it.
composure as a focus.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
wow.
So you got 4 successes then?
Yeah, 4.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right. 1. You move
Okay.
through further. And you're following behind him?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, are we out of the forest yet?
Save the brain, save the brain, save the brain.
There seems to be an area that just seems to be quieter than the rest. You don't
Yeah.
hear the hiss and pops, but it's just
Uh-huh.
kind of it's a small clearing, if you will. If you want to make a
Okay.
daring and medicine check,
Right.
again difficulty of 3, with whatever tools you have.
1 success.
I'm assisting.
Assisting and 1
Daring and
re-roll.
medicine?
Yeah,
we got
daring
a
and medicine.
re-roll. Okay, I got 2 successes.
I got success.
So you
Okay.
got 3. You
I
match.
got 3 successes.
Also a survival. Well, no, it wouldn't help this
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
It is an organic poison similar to saponin,
Hmm.
making its way to the target's heart.
Mm-hmm.
Engineering does wear red.
Okay.
You do have a way of, with your barely success, you do have a way of removing the dart safely and stopping the poison.
Okay.
But he's basically going to be unconscious.
I got my standard
For a while.
med kit, so yeah, I should have something in there to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you apply the procedure, and you're able
Right.
to remove the poison.
Yeah.
Not necessarily by sucking it out or anything, but
Yeah.
just kind of
I mean, he's
Hyposprays.
blue, so he's immune, right?
It does not work that way.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, it looks like we're stymied for right now. We lost part of our party.
This was a party.
Well, I know it didn't seem like
I'm not having fun with it at all.
Well, what's your idea of fun? Anyway, okay.
Let me show you the next time we get to a star base.
But we need our engineer.
I know.
Yes.
Good job on making him not dead.
Yes.
What do we see in the clearing?
Okay. In a patch of grassy stalks, you find a small pack of 3 baby, look like tribbles,
Oh. I'm not touching.
munching away and trilling contentedly.
Munching? You can actually see mouths on each thing.
These mammalian creatures are small, furry, and adorable, and not very intelligent.
Where'd the triple go?
Yeah. There's no trouble with
I
that.
thought we had a stalk or something.
Yeah, I don't know where it went.
Oh, well.
Anyways, it made the
Yeah, I
noise
know.
instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we would have had it on the fridge.
I thought I had it up there too, but in any case,
You see it.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway.
I pick one up.
okay.
Don't touch that!
Get it with your stinger.
It eats your finger off.
He came up with one that was mutated, being used as a weapon against Klingons.
You want to make a
Uh-oh.
reason and medicine check?
You got no reason to pick one up.
I got one success.
Okay, that's enough to be able to basically see that they are they're herbivores. so they wouldn't even try to bite into you. And apparently they're sterile.
Oh.
How would you know that by picking it up? What are you picking up? What did you do?
You don't see any you don't see any way of them to mate. There's nothing.
Well, yeah, but
There's nothing
tribbles
to breed.
reproduce like mad. You couldn't see anything.
Tribbles are
like that.
born pregnant.
They're born pregnant, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, whatever these tribbles came from, or however they are consuming these plants, had made them sterile.
Huh.
Ionized plants
Yeah.
make them sterile. Doctor, make note of that.
Don't eat the plants. Yeah.
Well, that, and also,
Yeah.
if there are any planets where they want to make tribbles as
Control
pets,
the breeding
this
population.
would be this would be
Yeah.
the way to do it.
Uh-huh. Well, they don't reproduce them. And
I'm just curious.
Yes,
Yes,
keep-
triple.
they make it more.
Well, obviously, it sterilizes them, so you're always going to
Yeah.
have a breeding stock elsewhere. It's just that when you
Yeah,
actually sell it as a pet, make sure you feed it after midnight.
Uh-huh.
So nearby, there seems to be a small chamber, like Jeffrey's tube, that leads underground.
Huh. Okay. One of us examine that, check it out. So we take our.
As you approach it, it opens. Another 2 tribbles pop out of it. It's like boop, just roll on the
Okay.
ground. Just like,
Wait a minute. What's that?
So I use my
Doctor, yeah, you scanned this.
I scanned the
Are they the
tribble.
crew?
Are they?
I shoot things. I don't know.
Okay.
Somehow I knew it was sterile.
I'm scanning it.
Insight and science.
Maybe you're a bard.
Insight and science. Okay.
Difficulty of 2.
Okay. That's. I got a 1. 1 success. You want to help me with that?
Assist.
Assist. You got.
It was, what was it again?
Insight and science.
Insight and science. That's a nope.
You didn't get that?
Well, off by 1.
9. Wow. Now I'll spend a
Momentum.
No,
to
no.
find
That's
out.
well.
Oh, nope, still not. Okay, I don't know.
Can I sleep on it?
You are sleeping on it
Woohoo!
right now.
Can I give him a hypo spray to wake him up? All right.
This chamber is too small for anyone to crawl into.
Oh.
Troubleshoot.
If someone wants to try
Troubleshooting.
reason and engineering,
Oh. To what?
she's
Wait.
got
you're
that.
out.
Okay. 2 successes.
Okay, you get a point of momentum.
Okay, reason, engineering.
Yeah.
Yes.
I succeeded
He's all choked up.
in assisting.
Another assist.
Okay. So what do we
We find
out?
that this chamber receives power and directions for apparently growing and releasing tribbles by thin fiber optic cabling running underneath the soil level.
Clone tribbles?
There's a triple cloner.
Some sort of reproductive cycle of some of the seeding plants. Like the tribbles eat the flowers and later pass the seeds through the digestive tract somewhere in the forest.
Uh-huh.
And then the forest makes new tribbles out of what they've planted.
Whoa. Oh.
Forest makes new tribbles.
Yes.
This
These
is-
are
No, wait a minute. You said that.
These are plant tribbles.
vegetation tribbles.
Yeah.
But they eat vegetation. So they're cannibals.
They're cannibal tribbles. Wow, wow.
Cannibal tribbles.
So they're like a seedless watermelon.
They're basically, the cycle is that they eat the plants, they plant, and be able to grow more plants and more of themselves. So they basically feed each other, apparently.
This is all too weird. Oh,
Well, it sounds like
okay.
it's the ship that's somehow manufacturing tribbles.
Yeah, you said there was light pipes or something in there. That,
Yeah. Yeah, there's something
But
else
that
about the
doesn't-
ship itself, the environment.
So they developed quite the ecosystem. Take notes! Take notes, Doc!
okay. Why don't you eat some of the plants and poop them out and see if we can make another one?
We've seen how the plants work on people. No. Actually, have we seen any fruit yet?
As you head further inside, you see oversized sunflowers
I'm not going to eat a sunflower. No.
with large, flat purple flower heads made up of a central disc surrounded by florets. which sit at the top of thick stalks that average 3 meters tall. At the bases of the stalks are thick roots. They surround a bulbous organ protected by a wood-like case that sits directly on the ground beneath the flower. This organ is a primitive, if you want to make a reason in medicine.
Okay.
Did you a 1?
2 successes.
Okay.
I fail.
You get
I'm
another
dragging
medicine.
you along with us.
This
Yeah.
appears to be some sort of primitive brain.
Oh.
Oh my.
You believe that these would be called brain flowers.
Oh.
The
Brain
approximately,
flowers.
they approximate the same level of intelligence as an earth fish or amphibian.
Huh. Interesting. So what indicates that they're smart and
They communicate to each other with emotion-linked pheromones.
huh. So can I
Translate the pheromones?
Steep
use
them?
my tricorder to analyze the pheromones and then maybe reproduce them in a my brain's not working.
Just communicate with belches and farts.
Yeah. That's what they do.
All you detect is fear.
Fear. Ah.
We can smell fear.
You can smell fear.
This one has so many
Yeah, strangeness.
jokes to it.
Mhm.
Well, I was hoping that we could calm the plants down by maybe creating a chemical pheromone that would lessen their fear.
Well, there you go.
I hold up my tribble to it. Is it afraid of the tribble? Does it like lunge back or anything?
No,
Trill-
no.
Is it a Klingon?
No. There appear to be a dozen or so of these brain flowers growing on either side of a small artificial stream that emerges from some rocks 15 meters away and runs down to another pond between some particularly tall trees.
So is the light cycle coming up again so we can actually see stuff?
It's always dim to darkness, so it's
Oh.
never really. It's hard to tell the difference between what is daylight
Oh yeah.
is even the brightest point apparently of their day at this point is still dim.
See.
Anyways,
Okay.
as you approach, the scent of the pheromones is so even by inferior human senses, you can definitely smell something going on over here.
Andorian?
Yeah. Whatever.
Huh.
In any case,
Oh, I'm immune to most
the
poisons.
brain flowers start to
Yeah.
shuffle in place because they're rooted to the ground. If they could run, they would run.
Now, can we tell what they're afraid of? I mean, is they shuffle? They're shuffling a certain direction that we know where they're trying to get away from.
Use your presence and command.
Presence and command. That's
Mhm.
12.
I will assist.
Oh,
sleep
complication.
on it.
No successes.
I succeeded.
He succeeded. You use the presence.
I'm
command.
so glad I wasn't doing this. That's
Okay.
an 8.
Yeah.
I failed miserably, but he succeeded.
Wait, where'd your complication?
I had a complication. Believe me.
Oh, you re-rolled it?
I don't like to
Okay, alright.
Anyway, I mean,
Okay.
complication doesn't mean much when you're.
Your
You can
complication
re-roll though.
means you are back to. You had a complication?
No, I didn't roll.
He didn't
Yeah,
roll.
roll. Okay, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll. He's not doing anything. I had a complication.
Well, just use a
Use a thing. and
Momentum.
roll again. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a momentum.
Okay.
One. Okay. I still don't have any successes.
but it wasn't a
There was
Okay.
a complication.
You're able to keep yourself from succumbing to this fear.
Okay.
As
Slap.
you wake up, I need you to make the same check.
Okay. Presence and command.
Yes.
My 7 and my 1.
Can I assist him?
It's only
By
difficulty
slapping
of
him.
1.
Difficulty of 1. He's reset, huh? Because he had been asleep.
You're right back to being afraid again. You're awake.
I can assist him. I rolled a 12 and mine's 12.
He's still
Yeah.
like
Slap him.
cowering in fear. He basically mimicking the plants themselves.
Okay.
Well, we gotta figure out what they're afraid of.
What's the only he's afraid of then?
This is me mimicking plants.
Yeah.
I'm hiding.
What are you afraid of? He doesn't know. Okay. It's just a.
You have nothing to fear but fear itself.
You hear loud metal. You hear loud metal crunching against the grass,
Heavy metal?
like loud metal footsteps.
Oh, sounds like a robot. Okay.
It's coming to get me!
What does our tricorder say? That should be a freebie. We got tricorders. We know how to use them.
He's reading.
You see large, red, or at least red-bodied robots with kind of rectangular eyes and silver legs and hands,
Huh.
just like this.
Okay. There. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Red shirts.
Very original series, yes.
Very.
Hey guys. Can we communicate with them somehow?
They stand in between you and the plants, and use some sort of a hose or other equipment in their hands that just like switch out various things. Apparently, these are maintenance robots. They tend to the plants. They basically have some sort of a alternate pheromone and other stuff to. They calm the plants down.
Can I analyze what they're using so we can duplicate it? Maybe use it ourselves.
The chemical composition of the...
We should be able to.
So you try to approach.
Can you
Not
scan
me.
from the distance in order to use a tricorder? To see what they're spraying. I'm
What
just
does
holding
the
him down.
spray do to me? Or do they spray me?
They're not spraying you.
No.
They're not
no.
a plant.
Or push me? I'm just
Okay.
going insane at this point.
Yeah.
I may need to see the ship's counselor, who's going to tell me I'm being illogical.
Yeah, I decided to stop going to him.
Yes.
It's kind of a jerk.
Okay, one of them turns around as you're trying to scan the plants and switches over its hand to some sort of taser, stunner weapon. It's like a large electric crackling
I duck.
coming out of it.
Quack, quack, quack.
I'm a space duck.
I
Quack!
make myself a small.
I'm Howard.
Howard.
Yep.
Howard the space
It's
duck.
It
Space
fires
duck, yeah.
at the ground in front of you
Oh.
and makes like a large area of, at least doesn't actually touch any of you,
Okay.
but he basically fires a shot of some electricity, some
Ah.
sort of beam that basically
shot.
fries the plants underneath around it.
Gee.
Just like in an
This is
attempt
curious. So he's warning us.
Yeah,
A warning shot.
yes.
Okay.
It recognizes sentience, at least.
Yeah.
Not in this
Okay.
room.
Well, sapiens.
It continues staring while the other two maintenance robots continue its work.
We back up.
Okay.
Okay.
I drag him back.
I'm trying not to look like a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Believe me, he isn't. I'm the threat.
I'm the flower.
Okay.
I bring the threat.
The area that the robot shot
Yeah.
very quickly just comes back,
Regrows.
regrows, and heals itself.
Uh-huh.
It's just moss that apparently, like, very
Oh.
quickly.
Can we analyze what the beam really was?
Make a reason security check.
Okay.
Difficulty of 2.
I got 3.
I got a natural 1.
I got a natural 1
So you each got
and a 7. Okay.
It is called a neural stunner. It apparently has more effect on living creatures, like living sentient creatures, rather than
Things in the nervous
yeah,
system.
Yes, things in the nervous system.
That's
But
the neural
You
part
said
of the
that
neural
the
center.
plants act like they withered underneath it, though. Must be a heck of a stun to wither the plants. But anyway, okay.
It looked like that was more of a heat effect.
Yeah. Well, normally you don't need stun to heat stun, but go okay, whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Glaive Reborn says George Costanza.
Okay.
You didn't put the names over people, did you?
No, we still have.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways.
I'm not that short. I got the bulb going on.
But you're sitting. You're sitting.
Yeah.
He's not saying Jerry. Jerry.
No.
No, see, you worked for the baseball guy? What was it? Anyway.
It's been too long.
Yeah,
So you see that once the plants have been calmed down,
Yeah.
just normally it's just swaying in whatever wind there is in this environment.
okay.
The
I'm hiding in
maintenance bots switch from their sprays to gardening tools, clippers, trowels, and other stuff, and they continue to tend the area around the plants.
So they don't seem to be upset about the one they shot, killed, or well, damaged.
That was
We
in
don't
the, that
talk
was in the
about
jungle
that.
section.
Yeah, that wasn't that. Different
Yeah.
section.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want to move away from this area, or
Yeah.
You want,
So I think we want to move away.
Yeah.
All right.
I drag him along.
Still.
Come on, plant boy.
It's Flower Man. I'll play the song.
Oh, no.
Fine.
All right. If you want to do a reason engineering on these robots,
At what difficulty in my insanity?
2.
Reason?
One success.
Okay. You want to spend a momentum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I need to be able to do something other than grow.
Yes.
I assist him and I succeeded.
2 successes.
There you go.
Okay. Get it back.
Okay.
You find that these robots are controlled by a series of computer terminals that if you're able to follow the wiring, you might be able to find the main control panel.
Do robots have wires on them?
No, there's
Okay.
not the robots themselves, but that there are like stations, terminals, that are within each, I guess, zone of this
Okay.
forest that are reporting to the robots. So it's like they reported your movement, your disturbance, and so the robots have just been sent to investigate.
Okay.
Can we see through this terminal any schematics of the ship?
Can we get to a terminal?
The terminal is the only thing you can see is basically a general map of the immediate area around you, and there are like red flashing areas where the robots are being summoned to. Whatever this automated system is like, there's a disturbance here, do something about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can we reprogram the robots?
Not from these terminals, but if you believe you find the center main terminal that all these information, all these instructions are coming from.
Even they would really want to, though. They're just doing their job.
Well, we can program them not to attack us.
Can we find where the
We
center
were interfering
is
with
for
the
these
job.
terminals?
Well,
Make a say control and engineering with a difficulty of 3.
And I'm using a computer, right?
Yes.
I did not help you this time.
That's cocked.
That's 3.
All right. You believe that the control center would be a set of rocky outcroppings in the far side of the forest.
So we gotta go all the way through the forest of scary tribble farms.
can't go around the outside. There's no indication that there's a pathway.
It's not really much of a pathway of anything. You've been clearing a lot of the deeper, denser forest, but that, as far
no
as
outer wall
as far
to it?
as people intended to go through these areas, it's
Uh-huh.
it's a jungle. It's not really, you know, it's not meant for nature walks.
Well, and also there might have been paths originally, but
They
over
overgrown,
how many
whatever,
decades
yeah,
there have been.
Yeah, yeah.
These tribbles are, even though they're sterile, they're still spraying their seed.
Can we get any kind of map from these terminals at all?
Only of the immediate area that they cover.
Okay. Can we get a map to the next terminal so we can check its area?
You're able to see at least, you know, the immediate closest terminals. And so it's like basically that's the edge of the map that it shows. So it's like we're get to the next one, and then from there you can see more.
Okay. I think we should go from terminal to terminal.
Can we estimate how many terminals it would take to get to the end?
It seems about 6.
The terminus?
6?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's say this is a new scene, so all of your, if you hadn't removed all of your stress from before, you're okay now.
Am I still going bonkers from the woods?
I think you're in a different location. The pheromones are not going to be everywhere. They're going to be nearest those plants that generate.
As you walk away from the plants, make another
Could you try and make like a
Control
use a
command.
hyper spray?
control command, next time with a difficulty of 2.
Yes!
Alright. You regain control as you head further away from the plants, but you believe that if you were to head back into that area,
This is a really weird area, guys. We need to get out of here.
I know, fireman.
What are you talking about?
Like you're referring to yourself as.
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
How quickly they forget. Okay.
It's probably better that way.
It probably is. Okay.
as you're heading through, I need everyone to make an insight plus security or science task
about. Science it is.
with a difficulty of 2.
2 success.
Okay.
1 success.
Oh.
I use a momentum to
I
reroll.
use a momentum to reroll.
Okay.
2 successes. All right.
Okay.
2 failures, but at least it's not a glitch.
Okay.
A glitch?
You know,
Wow, that's going back
So
a
now
while.
I'm going
Wow.
to carry you. You grab one little antenna. I'll grab
You
the-
step on
yeah.
some sort of
Yeah, I do.
large.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah.
Landmine.
Give it to me.
No, not a
No.
landmine.
It's all vegetation. It's the theme here.
It's some sort of fly trap.
Fly trap.
A large petal that flips over and entirely consumes you.
Oh.
So you're like trapped.
Yeah, you see why I'm doing this though? I have a blade in my hand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can we cut him out with phasers?
Try cut me out.
Actually, my engineering multi-tool is probably the better tool.
Make a daring plus security check. Difficulty of 3.
I'm going to use momentum to reroll 1.
Okay.
That is 2 successes.
And you need help?
You can't assist him because he's
Yeah,
inside.
Oh.
Okay, using my blade, I guess I'll buy a d20 with adding a threat.
Okay.
Well, you could use your. Don't we have this guy here? You can
Determination.
determination. That was not helpful. Use your point of determination.
Okay, I use my determination.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, roll again.
And I can just automatically make this a 1, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Okay.
So now it's 4 successes.
4.
Okay.
So now you get.
You managed to. You managed to get out, but before you do,
Get some damage, eh?
you take 6 stress as a quick shot of digestive enzymes, acid, just covers your whole body for a moment.
My beautiful face, no!
As you're able to make enough quick jabs at the inside of this creature that it spits you back out, you're just like covered in acid.
Oh no, he's pretty basic. Shouldn't that give him a resistance?
Victor.
And now you're not blue anymore. Now you're sort of green.
No, I'm so blue.
Now you're still blue, huh?
Got it. Done.
All right.
All right. Mr. Smith, what would you like to do?
So he's out of the plant?
He's out of the plant, but
Okay.
we're in basically combat at this point.
Is there anything good to shoot?
You see, this is Venus flytrap of.
Oh, yeah,
of-
we're shooting that.
Yeah,
Uh,
Am I out of the Venus flytrap now?
Yes.
you are now out of the
Okay.
Venus flytrap.
Set phaser to vicious.
it's too vicious, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
A new setting for the phasers. Vicious.
So is it daring and security or control?
Yeah, control and security.
Well, that's one success.
Okay, that is not enough. You
No.
just kind of.
It's gonna.
Let's spend momentum. I want to shoot something.
Okay.
Yay!
All
You
right.
can get a long time there without doing anything.
Roll
so,
damage.
Yeah.
My whole 4. Let's do these. 2, 3, 4, and vicious did nothing.
Okay.
4 damage.
It does seem to resist it a little bit.
Yay!
Okay.
Wayun?
I complain. I do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is to put the plant out of its misery. It's obviously gotten really cut up badly.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
I thought the idea was to summon those robot things and I reprogram them, turn them into mopeds.
If they don't zap us first. Okay. So let's see. What was it again? Control and
Control and security.
security.
Just roll D2.
I got 1. I guess I'll roll again.
Yeah.
Yeah, use momentum.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a 1. So that's 2. I got 3.
Okay.
Put it on there.
So you get 1 back.
Okay.
Roll
And
damage.
Roll damage, which I think is 6 for
6.
me.
Yeah.
And this was vicious, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 4. 4 damage. That's it.
Okay. Alright, it is the plant's turn. The fly trap will try to swipe, as you see, its petals, large shells, I guess, that it encases people in. They have like sharp spikes on them.
Uh-huh.
And so it tries to stab at Wayun.
Uh-huh.
So it's actually going to be a melee attack. So it's
yeah.
going to be your daring and security
Daring
difficulty
and
of-
security.
yeah.
Well, that's 12
versus
for me.
their daring and security.
I got 1 success.
And it got 2, so it got more than you.
Uh-huh. 7 damage. What do you- I'm getting some stress here, man. I'm getting stressed.
You take 6 stress as it swipes at you. It doesn't consume you, but
Okay.
it's basically sharp spikes
Yes.
along
okay.
its
Ow,
petals.
that hurt. You better
Okay,
do something
Garrett.
with this plant.
I stab at thee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've been using phasers.
Oh, okay, I'll shoot my phaser.
With vicious. Except
Yeah.
vicious.
I viciously attack it with my phaser, touch your phaser. Yeah, 2 successes. Yeah. Because I have a 17 for my control and security.
So you match
Yeah.
damage.
One, two, 5, and 6.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Is that 9?
9. He got
2
9.
twos?
9.
Oh,
Yeah,
twos,
2
yeah.
twos.
How do you want to do this?
9 damage. Yeah, yeah.
Whatever its like stamen is that
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just blow that up.
The whole thing just kind of collapses in on itself. And
Okay. Let's get to the nearest terminal now, so we can see what's coming at us.
I remember the term curator being used
Here?
earlier.
Really?
Yes, a while ago. And if there were a curator here, might be angry that we're killing off its carnivorous creatures.
Well, that's
We'll
not fair.
explain ourselves, certainly.
Yeah. Just defending ourselves. Trying to get through this. Apparently it's not much of a curator because they've let it go to seed.
So anyways, on the far side of the forest, a set of rocky outcropping surrounding a small pool with a waterfall dropping about 3 meters down from the highest point in the rock into the water.
So you want to take a bath to get that stuff all over?
That sounds good, actually. Yeah. With stomach acid on me.
Okay.
What happens to me?
Hmm.
Thanks.
Make a reason and engineering check.
Oh no! Really?
A
Yep.
check?
Really?
Really? Difficulty of 2.
I'm using a momentum.
Okay.
This is nothing, man.
I got 2 successes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's something for me.
You realize that this waterfall is generated by a metal pipe, and the pond collects and recycles water below as part of the forest's maintenance programs. The rock itself contains and protects the main terminal from any animals or plants on board,
So
as well as maintaining the aesthetics of the forest itself.
It does what, the main terminal?
The main terminal is hidden inside the rock face.
Hidden in the rock face. Okay. So you found the main terminal.
How many terminal guys?
Do you have to get in the
Well,
water?
let's get in there.
So we
Computer
use
terminals are all active and are all sized correctly for humans.
Use our
Or
tricorder.
humanoid, at least.
Yes,
Learn about
humanoids.
Okay.
I would like to access the computer.
The displays are in a completely foreign language.
I was able to work on the engines.
Universal
You were able
translator.
to understand on, off, basic stuff, but this is more sophisticated.
So where's all?
Make a reason and engineering with the difficulty of 2.
Uh-oh, that's a little
Reroll one, please.
Nope. This is the squid one.
Squid?
Squid. I have no idea what I mean.
I don't
over.
suppose philosophy
Like
would
really.
help on this.
No.
Then 1 success.
You're not able to figure out what's going on unless someone else wants to try. Could be reason and science as well.
Reason and science? Actually, I'm terrible at science. What was
Alright.
the other one? Security?
Yeah, reason and engineering.
Engineering. Yeah, about the same for me. Okay, I got 13 for either one.
So, roll difficulty of 2.
Are you okay?
Is it bad? It's
Squid.
bad, isn't it?
It's the soy sauce, I think.
Soy sauce.
It's
Yeah,
very
pretty-
potent.
Yeah?
2 successes.
Hey!
Your turn also.
Oh, I guess I didn't have enough to do it.
That's
That's a bit.
You've linked your tricorder to the system and have managed to get some sort of
Oh,
workable
yeah.
translation.
You want some,
No.
David?
Okay.
No!
Oh, I guess it's up to us.
Okay.
Most of the screens are dedicated to monitoring the environmental conditions on the ship and in the forest, including water content, the soil, air quality, etc. One screen notes the existence of extremely high levels of the fear pheromones emitted by the brain flowers, but that this system doesn't consider a particular threat to anything on board.
We're not.
There's also a direct voice interface.
We're mostly harmless.
Hello, computer.
Now, will it talk back to us?
Hello?
Because we can analyze it with our universal
It
translators.
spoke back.
Yeah, in our language. Has its own universal translator?
Well, it basically, as your translator, your tricorder is basically translating
Okay.
the
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
You know your ship's in danger.
This AI was severely damaged by the ion storm. Logic circuits damaged.
Where are the damaged logic circuits?
Unknown.
That's illogical.
where's the main computer?
Where are the functioning logic circuits?
Can no longer access facing sensors or star maps.
Where are you from?
New Vahar.
Any you fellas know where New Bahar is?
Where are you going?
Old Bahar?
Wait, I know this one.
Or actually, it's from Vahar in its arrival at New Vahar.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yes.
What is your name?
That is not a valid question.
What is your quest?
Please repeat your inquiry.
What is your quest?
That is not correct.
New Bahar.
What is your directive?
A balanced ecosystem.
It's phrasing.
What are the specifications of a balanced ecosystem?
After a moment, in a shrill beeping noise, intruders detected. Security alert! Security alert!
What did you do?
You're the one that asked the last question.
Where are the intruders?
In the control room.
Where's the control room?
Here.
What should you do with the intruders?
Destroy.
What if they are not intruders?
Anyone not part of the ship is intruder.
But if we're on the ship, we're part of it.
You're not in my crew manifest.
Then the crew manifest is wrong.
Illogical.
Your logic circuits are broken, so you wouldn't know that.
Your manifest is incomplete.
2 of the security robots arrive and power up their weapons.
Shooting a computer.
We've got to ask if there's any other.
Power off.
And program.
RM/.
Nope.
Correction. Easier method.
Correction?
The life support system suddenly shut down.
I knew we should have brought those suits.
And the security, it's just a red, security lockdown. No further action on this terminal. As suddenly the air just starts to dissipate.
No, wait a minute.
What's
You're
wrong
going
with
to kill
pants?
all your plants?
The fear pheromones suddenly come up again in multiple areas.
Make a villain that can defeat Data?
Okay, it's going to be extended daring plus engineering task.
Okay.
I am daring, I am not
The
engineering.
work track of 10, a magnitude of 2, and a difficulty of 3.
Can we help?
How did I just said self-destruct? It has to be a better way than this.
Well, you have. What do you have during it?
I'm assuming I'm not being assisted by the computer.
No.
I have 10.
Okay.
So you have more than I do. You
Okay.
can assist.
I assist you.
That's 2.
Okay.
You got a success.
Everyone says.
You match with the difficulty.
So now I gotta roll all these dice.
Yes.
Not that one.
I'm sure you wish you wanted that one.
Yes, I wishy-washy.
You ever figure out what 5s and 6s mean for this type of thing?
We're
3.
going to reconfirm.
4.
Okay. So it wasn't quite a breakthrough, but
Right.
it is. You have 6 left on your work track.
Oy.
Want to assist again?
Yes.
Fail.
I'm gonna burn it.
And the point
He got
What's the difficulty?
Well,
3.
3?
using the
Yeah,
computer.
we gotta spend it.
All right.
Is he using the computer?
No, the computer is not
Okay.
working with him.
All right, 1.
Natural 1.
So you
Woohoo!
got 2. Get his point.
Okay, so you got
He got
1 or how many?
2. Didn't you?
He spent a momentum to re-roll, or did
It
you?
was
Yeah,
He's
he
been
got
over
he
it.
got 1.
Oh,
So he
okay.
got
I got
2.
and then he
Right.
put us above by 2.
Okay.
So
you
we get
need
a
to-
momentum back.
And then back.
How's that?
4.
Another force. Okay. Still need 2 more.
Roll that beam footage over there. I need to re-roll.
Okay, spend.
I got a critical failure.
Oh,
You re-roll.
You re-roll.
I'll re-roll it instead. Okay.
You re-roll instead. Okay.
Yeah.
A 6th time, which means success.
Okay. That's
You
not
got a
enough. But
threat?
how many do we have to go?
You still need 2 more.
You want to use your momentum, or you're not momentum?
Oh, my determination,
Your
that gives us
determination.
3 momentum.
Okay, determination is 3 momentum. You want to spend 1?
Yes.
Okay.
The nice thing about being human,
Yep.
which that works.
Okay.
You got 3 successes. All right.
3 successes and roll for.
2, 4, 6. Okay, with breakthrough.
All right. You managed to succeed and turn off the alarm system,
Yay!
and also trick the AI into thinking everything's okay.
Okay.
Well,
I told you we were
That
on the
worked.
manifest.
Basically, masked your presence on the
By,
ship.
by signs.
By signs, yeah.
aren't we able to ask them where the other, if there's other beings on the ship?
It's not. It doesn't.
And apparently it's all
Computer signal.
automated. There are no other beings other than robots and a computer.
As far as you can tell, it's the plants, the tribbles, the robots, and the AI controlling this computer.
Okay.
Will you respond to us now?
It reverts to factory settings. Hello, welcome to the park.
Jurassic Park. What?
What again?
The park.
The park.
The park.
Rotary Park.
Murder park.
Okay.
So
Now-
I just reloaded an operating system.
You need to finish. We need to fix the logic. Don't we? To
We
reduce
don't
the
have a
amount
Vulcan.
of- no.
Okay.
Diagnostic.
Yes.
All right. Reason
Run a
engineering.
level 1 diagnostic.
Reason engineering. Quality of 2.
Reroll 1.
Okay.
I assist.
2 successes.
Reason engineering.
Yep.
That's only 8. No, I failed.
Okay. You find that the system itself, in its original programming, including the history of the Vahari race and the proposed location of New Vahar settlement, it's in a star system 18 light years from here.
It's gonna take them forever.
The ship can be taken under tow by a starship of sufficient tractor beam capacity.
Not at warp speed. Can it? Warp with that tractor.
No, but you'd be able to
No.
carry it far faster than its own engines.
Yeah.
Okay. How long's it been traveling?
About 30 years.
Well, it was clearly meant for this long travel, so
It's supposed to be a generational ship. Yeah.
can we get it moving in the right direction?
If you drag it out of orbit using some power in the ship's engines.
Didn't we want to try this before?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Can we find a way to stop the radiation that's leaking from it?
Is it leaking from it or into it because it's too close to a sun?
Part of the radiation is just, well, the sun caused a lot of it, but that the fact that plants in and of themselves, given more time, could get rid of all of it.
So we just needed to sit there and wait instead of going through all these shenanigans.
Well, I'd say at least drag it out of range so that it's not continuing to amass more radiation while it's trying to get rid of it.
Okay.
Is there a status report on the crew manifest?
There is no food.
Well, there was a crew at some point.
They
Well,
faced
assuming we're on
great
it.
tribulation.
They all died due to radiation.
Where are the corpses? How long ago did they die?
The plants ate them.
Well, that's recycling, I suppose, for you. Invincible. So, I mean, aside from the scientific knowledge that can be gained from the botany on this world, I have this triple now.
Yes.
Yes. Now I have 2 characters in our instant triple.
They're not going to let you keep that.
It's sterile though. It's
DNA samples of all the plants so we can analyze how they absorb radiation. Might be useful. Okay. But anyway, so we drag it out of the thing. We have to roll for all that.
No, that's just the
Okay.
end of the mission anyway. So.
okay.
So we put it back on its course.
What do we know about the planet's destination? Like, what its present status is?
That Viharis in the settlement of New Vihar, it would be first contact.
So there are Viharis there already. They just
Yeah.
had this thing going.
Going
Bringing
to
them-
meet them, yeah, to to bring their ecosystem apparently.
Can we
So
find
how are
out
they
if-
surviving on the new planet
without
before their
their-
ecosystem follow them? Like the A ship with the people and the B ship with the plants?
Yes.
But
Seems
that-
legit.
They were awful far behind.
It seems
though.
backwards,
Where's
but
the
alright.
C ship with the idiots that were supposed to crash into the sun?
Yeah. Only the only
In
ones
fact,
survived.
it said they went to Earth and
Yeah.
they populated Earth. It said, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the charge guy of the galaxy.
I know.
Okay, good.
It was an excellent show.
Mm-hmm.
And book.
Probably how it really
And
happened.
a radio program. And comic book.
And I'm sure
And a
that's-
movie.
That's how it really happened. Anyway.
Well, your first full contact, first contact mission with this unfamiliar race, recommended for the scientists and politicians to contact privately after covert observation, disguised observation to blend in, just like first contact.
No, we'd have to make sure they actually made it.
We need to make a duck blind.
Yeah.
But I couldn't
Yeah.
keep the cloaking device. The gravity engine would have been good too.
Would it
Oh, wait a
be?
minute. I remember it. Was it Next Gen where they were actually using a cloaking
Insurrection.
device?
Yes.
Insurrection. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were spying on those people.
Then there was the prototype on the one ship the Riker was on that
Yeah.
phased itself into a meteor. And of course the Defiant has a cloaking device itself.
Yeah.
But the Federation, for some reason, signed a treaty saying they wouldn't use cloaking devices
Which
because...
makes
Fair play?
No
Yeah,
sense.
exactly.
They are the only sentient species in their sector, which includes only a small handful of star systems with habitable planets. While the Wahari might not have not invented warp drive yet, their society is quite advanced in other fields and may have considerable knowledge or technology that would be valuable to the Federation in trade, perhaps in pharmaceuticals or other biologically derived sciences, thanks to the fascinating array of plant life on their homeworld.
yeah.
The society has undergone a great deal of stress in the last few decades, from the discovery of their sun's imminent destruction and the decision to leave their homeworld to their extended journey through space and the hardships of colonizing their new world. The population might welcome the discovery that they are not alone, or the shock that news might be the proverbial last straw that leads to chaos.
How'd
So
they
that's
get,
supposed to be another mission.
Yeah,
they
if you want to keep going with that.
so
but,
far
yeah.
separated from their other.
We should probably call in Starfleet for that.
Yeah, bring in the experts. You know,
I could just see us trying to be politicians.
Yeah.
Reboot.
Okay.
so the next mission in 3 weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, the next 2 weeks will be unavailable. It's called Biological Clock.
Ah.
Oh, it's going to feature Beverly.
Biological clock?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
This is also good for original series, so
Uh-huh. Okay.
I think a good time to stop at this point. It was an
Yeah.
interesting mission, was it not?
Yeah.
It was
It
a-
did not have to involve the time dilation.
No.
But it could have, though. How would that affect things?
Had you let the ship further go into the gravity, into
Yeah. the
Neutron star.
neutron star, yeah.
The bread
It would have been the time dilation compared to outside the ship versus
Yeah.
inside. You know, the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to
Yeah.
assume that's what that.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I still question why we had to go all the way to the center to speak to a computer to use the tractor beam when nothing changed and you could have just used the tractor beam.
Yeah.
You didn't necessarily want to drag something out that you couldn't scan properly or understand whether it might be a threat.
Well, okay, we didn't know whether or not there was sentient life on it because there was so much plant life on it. We couldn't tell whether or not.
An animal life.
Are there any people there? Are the plants people? I don't know. Is there anybody to talk to?
But apparently the radiation was all coming from the sun. If we just dragged it away from the sun, we could have scanned it without any trouble.
There's a lot of things in the mission misphrased and
Yes.
misused, yes.
Yeah.
Which is very unfortunate.
Yes. Well, at least
So
these
there-
missions are different and better than the starter pack. All of them,
Yeah,
I'd say,
yeah.
are better than that starter pack.
Okay,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. So we're going to be giving our many missions on
This
Thursday.
6 p.m. Eastern.
Thereabouts.
Next Monday, perhaps some Switch games. So
Yeah,
kind of,
Yeah, that's an idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You have one more thing to build with the.
Yeah, a couple more things to build, yeah. With VR Labo.
Yeah.
Or Labo.
Mm-hmm.
We could always do at some point another Rift Tracks. Now that we have a larger green screen, we can
Move the
sit further
table,
apart from
move
each
the
other.
table out and have the proper
Is that
seating.
why the guitar is there?
No, that was for our
Okay.
uncle who plays guitar. He was the bard of the other group, and he was like, well, if you're going to be a bard, you can play a song.
Nice.
He's a musician, so I literally made his character a bard just so he could sing.
But
I
a
can play
bard
one
would,
song on it.
Yeah.
But a bard would have a acoustic guitar. Anyway,
You didn't have
or a
David didn't have
mandolin.
Not necessarily. Could be a
Electric.
metal bar.
Whack.
Oh.
Death metal.
one. That should be a necromancer. Bard.
Yeah.
Have you seen Knights of Bad Acidum?
No.
It's on Prime.
Oh, yeah.
It tells you what a bard is in its
Uh-huh.
entirety.
All right, so you want to stop the stream? Or?
Sure.
Okay.
Until next time, happy gaming.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Bye-bye.